Hey y'all, it's Basehead Dipper here, dipping some decade-long cut wintergreen. Coming to do an update video of my usmc Kabar, and I tell you, this is a really nice knife. I had a few worries about it not being a real Kabar, but come to realize that Kabar is a trademark name. So basically, really any knife cannot just use this, but they can use the usmc stamp. They can also use the Olin New York stamp, Olin NY. So yeah, but they cannot use the Kabar stamp because that is a trademarked name. So yeah, another worry I had about it was the pommel, because I didn't really see any indication of it being a pin through pommel design, but it is. I just had to scratch away a little bit of the paint to see the actual pin. But I will, I can actually take a little bit of Sharpie, black Sharpie, and just go over coat of that, and it'll look like it just came like it did earlier yesterday, or when I got it yesterday, shall I say. So, with that said, we'll talk a little bit about it. I also have a good length of 550 paracord here, and I kind of over measured it when I was in the process of doing it, but I will tell you what that is for. So yeah, set this off to the side. Talk a little bit about this knife. The leather stitching is awesome. It's got nice rivets, and I will tell you what this little hole is for here in a minute. The lettering's nice. You got the usmc logo right here, and then you have the usmc trademark name for the United States Marine Corps. And I tell you, this fucking knife is sick. I like the coating on it. A lot of people say this is a blood groove. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, knife fits nicely in your hands. It's really comfortable. It's got stacked leather washers, which is pretty awesome. I've never seen a knife that is designed like this. It is a full tang, however, it is mostly called a rat tang because it does taper down inside the tang. So it starts off about this thick, and then it goes down to about this thick. So it does taper as it goes down, which isn't a big issue. And I notice a lot of people, they'll call it a survival knife. This is not a survival knife. This was used in World War II by a lot of Marines, believe it or not, for hand-to-hand combat. I see a lot of guys on YouTube, mainly young kids, who know nothing about knives, and they'll sit there and try to baton and chop with this knife. Now yeah, in a survival situation, if needed, you can. But it's not designed for that. They also say that these serrations do not saw. Serrations are not for sawing, for the simple fact, well, that's not what they're made for. They're different from a saw. The serrations on a knife are strictly for cutting rope and like webbing and all that. They make it easier to cut webbing and rope, paracord, etc., etc. So yeah. So moving on down the little list. Go ahead, put my snap back on. Now this guy stays under my pillow. This will probably be the only knife that I will actually have on my bed. Well, beside me. Which this will stay under my pillow. Somebody breaks in. Mostly I'll keep it like this. That way I can just hurry up and grab it. And basically fight off an attacker. Or an intruder. Whatever you want to call it. Call me paranoid. I don't really believe in guns, believe it or not. Yeah, I own a few pellet guns and own a 22, but what the fuck you gonna do with a 22? Yeah, they're deadly, but I ain't got no fucking trigger. I broke the trigger on my 22. So yeah, but the reason I got this is for home defense and part of my collection because never owned a Kabar before, so this is pretty fucking exciting. Now, back to the knife. what is this paracord for, and what is this little hole for? Well, I'll show you. I'm going to thread it through this little hole. Now, this is probably not the proper way of doing it, but it works. Actually, I believe I gotta thread it through the other side, because, yeah. Actually, I'm going to thread the end I melted through first, because I don't want it unraveling. But it actually I did a pretty good job on it, so yeah. And line both ends up. Work out all the kinks. Fish it through. Now this isn't the proper way of doing this, but it's the easiest way. And now you can strap it to your pack with another piece of paracord. If you have like a military pack, you can strap it to that. Or you can use this as a leg strap. Now, like I said, I did go a little long with the paracord, but I did that for reasons. And when you're not using it, this is what I do. I just simply tie it on like that and fish it up through the belt loop when I'm not using it, and there you go. So tell me what you think of that little idea, guys. I thought it was pretty cool, and it was something I wanted to do. So tell me if I got a good deal on this, because I paid like $50-something for this, brand new. I mean, like I said, it was used, but it wasn't used physically other than the blade. He doled it out because he does have kids and whatnot, and he didn't want them getting a hold of it and cutting themselves. But I mean, if you have kids, you should have your knives in a safe or a box that has a clear window on it, but has a lock on it. That's how I see it if you have kids. So yeah. Also, if I've been a dumbass when I was doing the unboxing video, guys, I'm sorry. I was completely tired. Was not thinking. My brain was just like, so yeah. My brain wasn't functioning right. And the reason for that is because I stayed up the night before yesterday waiting for the knife to come in. So after the knife came in, I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to sleep. And I slept till like, I'll say 9 or 10 in the evening. So yeah, I'm a very lazy person. So yeah, guys, this is Basshead Dipper signing out.